We're holding Daf Daled Beis here on Tzom Gedalia, Gemara Chasima Teva. We'll do a shorter quarter today. So we learned last time, the Mishnah Rabbanan say, the Chachamim say that Kriya Shema must be said until Chatzos, by midnight. Gamaliel says, no, the Zman Kriya Shema is until the morning. And we explain why, because when people are sleeping, people sleep until the morning. So until Alaysa Shachar, it's still possible to say Kriya Shema Shalayla. As opposed to the first sheet of the Mishnah, was a Relezer that says it's when people actually go to sleep, which is the first Mishnah, which is only the first few hours of the night. So the question in the Gemara is, so why did the Chachamim come up with Chatzos? What is Chatzos? It's not when you go to sleep, it's not when you are asleep. Leimu the Rabbanik Gamliel. So Gemara says, Ikar Gamliel Sviluhu Leimu Rabbanik Gamliel. If they hold that it's when you're sleeping, say Gamliel, say until the morning. So the Gemara answers, La'ilam Gamliel Sviluhu. Of course, they hold that Kriya Shema in the Torah essentially is until the morning. So why Chatzos? Vodaka Omri at Chatzos is only Kedei Laharchik Ha'odam min Aveira. It's a siyog that the Chachamim made Kedei Laharchik Ha'odam min Aveira. Kidesanya. And we'll prove this point. We'll prove this is to be true. That it's explicit in the Brisa that the reason of Chatzos, the reason the siyog of Chatzos is a siyog, the harchich is on the Veira. Okay, and the Gemara picks up in the Brisa. It actually says this in the Brisa. The Brisa explains that they made a siyog that you have to say Kriya Shema Chatzos for the following reason: Chacham asu siyog the divrayim, and the Brisa goes and explains the whole logic and the reason and the whole problem what they're trying to avoid by instituting this din of Chatzos. It's Kedei shelo yeh adam ba min hasadeh be'erev. V'oimar eilech lebeisi v'oichel kima. He said, a person is hungry, he comes home from Sadeh, he's working, it's evening, and he hasn't davened Marav yet, he hasn't said Kriya Shema, but he'll say, I'll eat a little bit, oichel kima, ve'eshte kima. I'll drink something, and then I'll take a nap, I'll rest. And afterwards, and what happens is he falls asleep, goes into a deep sleep. So Chazal therefore instituted that no, we're shortening the time for Kriya Shema. You don't have so much time left, only till Chatzos. So Aval Adam Bom in Asoda Be'erev Nichnas LeBeis HaKnesses Im Rogel Likrois Koire. So now you're allowed to learn. Then you can learn for the Chumash, learn Chumash, learn Mishnayos, learn whatever you know how to learn, and then when the time comes, Kriya Shema. Then you say Kriya Shema, Umispalel, and Marav. This is what Chazal instituted, and that's the reason why this is Chatzos. It's a siyog. It's a preventative measure they took in order to prevent people from missing Kriya Shema. And on that we say, this is a very stringent din. Someone who neglects this is Chayiv Misa. So the Gemara says, what's that about? Since when do we say Chayiv Misa? It's a D'Rabbanan. So the Gemara says two answers. Because the risk is great, Chazal therefore warned very seriously and instituted a very chomer dikadin that you must listen to the Chachamim and you must say Kriya Shema Bizman. Iboy Sema, Nafuki Miman, the Oma Tfilas Arvis Ushus. Also, we want to emphasize how chomer this is. It's a chomer. It's a davar chomer ma'od, as opposed to those that argue that arvis is reshus. Even though we're talking about Kriya Shema, we're also talking about arvis. Kamash malon the choyv. So that's why they use this strong lashon. Maybe they didn't precisely mean it's mamash chayv misa, but it's very, very chomer. It's like chayv misa. From this Gemara, Tosfos actually points out that you see there was assumed the whole time that maybe he's going to eat something. He'll eat a little bit. You're not allowed to eat a meal once it's time to say Kriya Shema. Kriya Shema is Palavis. Right? And the Shulchan Aruch also brings it halacha that you're not allowed to eat until you say Kriya Shema Marav. You're allowed to be Tayyim. So the place can say you're allowed to eat, you're allowed to have a bite to eat, but a kavua is more complicated. There is a heter in the Ramah, which is by Mincha, which is similar din. It says you're allowed to make a shomer, or you saymech on the kriyas a shamish, that you'll be called for this man. So something which has a similar effect would also be sufficient. Pashtus according to Ramah.